Okay, so this is one of those days where I've got a few things again in the fridge that I want to use up, and in particular some cheeses and some spinach. So I'm gonna make some spinach gnocchi with pecorino cheese and Parmigiano Reggiano cheese and ricotta cheese. So let's get to this. So first we're just gonna take a bowl and add some breadcrumbs to that. And then next we're gonna add our grated pecorino cheese. It smells so good. Just start to mix that together. And then we're gonna add our grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. So just make sure you're using equal parts for each thing. Just get that all mixed evenly. Now to that we're gonna add due uova, 2 eggs. So one at a time though. So we'll do our first one. And just mix that in. And then our second egg. And again, mix that in. Now to that we're going to add our ricotta cheese. So again, you want to use equal parts to what you use with the others. Give that a good mix. And so we're going to add our spinach to this mixture. And mix this all in. And finally, un po' di sale, a little bit of salt. Now the fun starts, so we're gonna get our gnocchi dough onto a floured board. And we're going to start to work that now. Okay, once your gnocchi dough is made, just wrap it in some plastic, and we're going to come back to that in a bit. And now we're going to go on to the next part of the dish. So I've just put a little bit of olive oil in a pan, and I'm going to add 1 medium chopped onion. Yellow onion. And just saute those up. Next to our sauteed onions, we're going to add a can of Romano beans that I've just rinsed. So we're just put those in with our onions. And then to our onions and beans, I'm going to add a little bit of thyme. Which is going to give it a really wonderful flavor. Smells so good too. Next to our beans, we're going to add some vegetable broth, about half a cup or so. Okay, while our beans are simmering, as we're going to get our gnocchi ready, so we're going to come back to our dough and just place it again on a floured board. And we're just going to cut that into pieces. Okay, now we're just going to take one of our pieces of gnocchi dough and just start to roll it out. So we're gonna make it like a tube. Just get this flour in your hands. That's where it gets messy, but in a good way. So now we're just gonna start to cut up our little tube here into little pieces. Just go all the way down. Then we're going to take another piece of our dough and do it again. Now we'll just take a fork and we're just going to crush up our beans a bit. Just mush them up. Next to our beans, we're going to add some just sliced up little cherry tomatoes, pomodorini. So we're just going to cut those in half and put them inside. It's not only going to taste good, it's going to look good. Now that our water has come to a boil, we're just going to add some salt to the water. And we're ready to boil our gnocchi. So just put those in carefully. And once they start to float, it means they're ready. Now that our gnocchi have come to the surface, let's take them out of the boiling water and transfer them to our beans. Now on top of it all, we'll just add a little bit of lemon rind, just to give it a nice citrus flavor. Which will go really well with the cheeses and the spinach. Okay, let's get our spinach and cheese gnocchi and our beans on a plate. With a little bit of parsley. And now, let's try some. Oh, delicious!